So, color of positive thought is about catering to that kid that's left out. That kid that you gotta tell 20 times to stop. And then 15 minutes they'll stop, but they'll get right back on. They gotta say 20 times again. That girl that's 13 years old, you check her phone, she's seeking for attention from a grown man that's willing to take her innocence. Color of positive thought is here for that young girl to give her guidance and let her know that she's special and her innocence is pure and she don't have to give it up. That's what color of positive thought is about. Representing those type of kids. Not saying we are limited to kids that got something going on for themselves, but we like to target those type of kids because again, them are the kids that actually need help. And other kids do as well, but them are the kids that get put to the back of the back burner, but they still have a fire that need to be lit. And I'm there to lit that fire, to let them know that your fire do ignite positivity.
Talk to me, man. It's your boy Young Hope. If you turn the noise up, we can get right into the proceedings this evening. The headphones are distorting. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Now we working with it. The boy face up in baseline, baby. Mob. Welcome to New York City. It's your boy Young Hove. Cheer. Kanye West on the track. Chi-Town. What's going on now? Can I talk to y'all for a minute? Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Just give me a minute of your time, baby. I don't want much. Let me talk these motherfuckers. Guess who's Bizak? You still smell it in my clothes. Come on.
Welcome back to another episode of Drag To Amerikkka. I'm your host, Ty Worldwide. The streets tend to raise many kids in the hood. There are some fathers who stayed in the struggle for their families, but not many stick around. Various single mothers do the best they can while living in low-income areas. It's difficult for someone who's never lived in the hood to fully comprehend the daily challenges. Many low-income children don't always get a fair shake, especially when it comes to home life in hoods and education. Why are public schools in the inner cities the worst? Many people in society appear to believe that many black children should learn a variety of crafts and trades to be good enough. Well, learning is always a beautiful thing. However, every young black boy doesn't want to bounce a ball or rap. What about that child? What about the straight-A student who's attending a failing school and feels trapped? It's not fair that some of these same children attend underserved schools and live in underserved communities. Numerous kids in the PJs may daydream about other places because the majority of them never leave their neighborhood unless they're going to school. The projects never really get funding to restore anything. When some poor people receive handouts, it's not even a nice handout. It's barely enough to keep that person afloat until the following month. Many people cash in bottles and cans for a nickel. Yes, it adds up, but is that a realistic way of life? Don't get me wrong, they need to do what they need to do, but we should not keep settling. When hope is lost sometimes, it's hard to see a way out. I've seen firsthand, when one is poor with chaotic living environments, it's very difficult to see the other side. Somehow you must keep going. Many in the projects are trying to feed children, and when the free help runs out, some experience an emotional roller coaster filled with depression and high levels of anxiety. Don't misunderstand me. The projects provides a roof, yet many deal with a roof that leaks, and it's not right. It's not easy when many people in public housing are depressed, but despite your feelings, you're supposed to make it happen somehow. Even Jesus Christ told the man by the pool, "Pick up your bed and move." Many people should discipline themselves to get up, pursue their dreams, and encourage themselves. It was hard to understand the dark place. It felt destitute. Yet in actuality, it was a place where seeds were planted. Through it all, I was taught to deal with the rejection and produce anyway. My mother taught me that there's no crying during business hours. Get the work done. I was taught to handle my business at all times because 98% don't care if you handle your business or not. I am made whole and humbly successful through God. I thank God for continuing to open doors for me that I never even knocked on. The hit and run collision my family went through a few months ago is still difficult to bear. The thought of that maniac slamming into our car and fleeing the scene worsened our situation, but God provides for my family. I'd like to express my gratitude to Mr. Bell along with Mr. Ivan. Thank you for speaking with me and inviting me to your events. That means more to me than you can know. The generosity of Color of Positive Thought is something not seen in a town like Bridgeport. Mr. Bell, along with his team, made a move. He stepped up to ensure that many forgotten children of all races in Bridgeport had the experiences they always desired. When it comes to caring for numerous youth in the inner city of Bridgeport, you are defying all stereotypes about numerous black men. Mr. Bell, you had a difficult past, but you turned it around and created your own method to provide for less fortunate children. You don't want any fanfare, agendas, politics, or titles. You just want to provide pure compassion and godly hope to the inner city youth. Your mission is fantastic. You and your team aren't just teaching out of books. You're teaching kids life skills. You're preparing underprivileged youth to become successful adults who will be excellent, productive members of society. That's significant, and I'm grateful to be part of your vision. Mr. Harry Bell's story is important because there are many poor young boys and girls who see Mr. Bell as a blueprint to get out. He's actually lived it, so he's legit to be at tables to better the lives of all of those in impoverished projects. Knowing he refused to settle in the hood is significant. He came, he saw, and he's still conquering. Thank you to his better half, Miss Keisha. I know you're the force behind the scenes. You helped carry Mr. Bell's vision. Mr. Bell, you weren't bound by the chains of judgment. Learning about your story made me feel better because I know that none of the ordeals I face will keep me bound. I will keep striving. Your book shows that every black kid doesn't need a rapper bounce a ball. You and your team show there are other options to make it off the project bench without settling or bowing down. Tune in to the next episode of Drag to America. Make sure to wash your hands a million times and keep spraying Lysol everywhere. I'm Ty Worldwide. Take care. God bless.
2022 Chairman's Award recipient, Gary Bell. I'm super, super grateful for this. If I can leave you with 2 words that sum up who I am, it's possible. It's possible.